Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Monson Brewing Company, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. This is our morning get together live on Facebook and on YouTube, where we take a look at news from our city, state, and country. We take a look at what you bring to the table, and we combine all this great information as a community of English speaking locals looking to better connect with each other, with our city, with our country, with our way of life. It is a pleasure to see you today. It is Thursday, it is May 1st, which means it's Labor Day in Mexico. We will unpack that, of course, along with another cultural tidbit that I figured it's a good day to unpack. I am so excited about, that one, which is going to be this afternoon. My throat is mostly clear of all the gunk I produced from this cold that I had earlier this week. I'm ready to laugh and may only have to clear my throat every now and then, but I'm looking forward to it. But even before that, I'm looking forward to spending a few minutes with you this morning. I hope that wherever you are having a fabulous morning. Let's get started with our news. And we start with good news, particularly if you are a tourist considering visiting Puerto Vallarta. Our city was recognized as Mexico's best tourist destination for 2025. And we received the Top Destination Mexico Award from TripAdvisor, which is a recognition that places it at the top of travelers' lists according to the world's most consulted travel platform. The announcement was made during the second day of activities at the Mexico 2025 Tourism Fair, which this year brings together thousands of industry representatives in a key business forum for boosting tourism in the country. The fair is taking place in Baja California. Now, all is good in terms of Puerto Vallarta being a great destination, and we love talking about Jalisco's Pueblos Mágicos, but in this English article, we are reminded that our neighbor state of Nayarit also features some amazing cultural and historical destinations. There are a total of 9 Pueblos Mágicos in Nayarit. Many of them can be explored as day trips from Puerto Vallarta, and they are all described in this article, which of course I will share with you in the show notes. And then, as I scratch my nose, this one. Let me clear my throat. So, oh my goodness, you're a tourist in Mexico from the United States, and there are some clothes, you may want to rethink. It was on the social media platform Reddit that the case of an American tourist went viral. While enjoying a few days of rest in Mexico, he thought it would be a good idea to wear a t shirt with a map of the Gulf of Mexico, but with the name Gulf of America, as US President Donald Trump had ordered the body of water to be renamed. As expected, the image of the man sparked outrage among internet users, and you gotta love the look of his girlfriend, who, and of course, users on the internet who claimed it was clearly disrespectful and even provocative. But don't worry, after the weather break today, we'll dive into this whole business of the Gulf, where the name came from, and all that good stuff. But first, let's have a look at the weather forecast just to see what's going on out there. If you haven't been in town, it's starting to get humid. We can feel it. I can feel it. And Snarky Weatherman says it's partly cloudy, period. Well, it was cloudy earlier, not right now, but I'm sure it will be cloudy later on in the afternoon. Right now, we are enjoying 28 degrees and humidity is at 66%. Sounds pretty expectable. And our weather forecast says humid today with mostly clear skies, but a few clouds may be wandering around. A high of 31. 31. We're back in the 30s. A high of 31 and a low of 20 for today. Tomorrow, humid with mostly clear skies throughout the day, a high of 30 and a low of 19. And then on Saturday, humid day with clear skies, a high of 31 and a low of 19. Here comes the warm weather again. Okay, well, let us take a quick look at this um, business of the Gulf of Mexico. In case you're wondering, I'm going to give you a quick crash course on how it all began. Of course, the name Gulf of Mexico has its roots documented in historical maps from the 16th and 17th centuries. During the colonial era, Spain included it as part of the Viceroyalty of New Spain. And according to Antonio Solis's History of the Conquest of Mexico, other names such as Mar de Norte or Gulf of New Spain also appeared on ancient maps, but none achieved the permanence of its actual name. Amerigo Vespucci in 1497 was the first European to navigate its waters, although without naming it. Later, explorers such as Juan de Grijalva and Hernán Cortés consolidated Spanish influence in the region, leaving a legacy reflected in contemporary maps. For example, the Ortelius map of 1584 and the Dobrai map of 1591 already used the term Gulf of Mexico, linking it to its natural and strategic importance decades before the British landed on Plymouth Rock. Now, according to the international law of the United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea, this Gulf does not belong exclusively to a single country. The three nations share its sovereignty and maritime rights. However, Trump justifies his proposal, arguing that the United States invests more resources in the region, although some netizens have pointed out that this decision ignores the centuries of shared history with Mexico and other Caribbean countries. Am I suggesting you have that conversation with this lovely gentleman or somebody like him? Hell no. All I am suggesting is wearing that t shirt in Mexico may not be the best of ideas. I also want to acknowledge, of course, that today is Labor Day in Mexico, Dia del Trabajo, which is an official day of mandatory rest throughout Mexico, established by the federal labor law. Labor Day originates from a group of union members who in 1886 demonstrated and went on strike from May 1st to May 4. The participants were sentenced to death for speaking out in defense of their rights. According to the National Archives, this event was dubbed the Chicago Martyrs, and in their honor, the International Labor Organization established International Labor Day in Paris in 1889 at the Socialist Workers' Congress of the Second International. During the Mexican Revolution, members of the Casa del Obrero publicly commemorated International Labor Day on May 1st, 1913, and on that date, the first workers' parade was held with participation of 25,000 workers in Mexico City, although Labor Day was officially not recognized in Mexico until 1923, when it was established as a mandatory day of rest in the country, and it remains as such. So don't expect the banks to be open today, and don't expect government offices to be open today. And that's the end of my two cultural adventures for this morning. I do want to remind you, of course, that There's this retro disco shindig going and that looks like a lot of fun. This is going on Sunday at 5 p.m. at Lázaro Cárdenas Park. And of course, I'm looking forward to, um, well, I'm not looking forward to this because I'm not going to go. It's not for me. I don't have an air fryer class, but I figured if you had an air fryer, uh, you would enjoy this upcoming workshop with Sharon Gerber, and this is going to happen at the Joint Boutique Hotel on May 10th. This is on Mother's Day. It says the perfect ending, so I'm sure it's got all kinds of lovely chingaderas for you to learn how to cook in your air fryer. And of course, I am excited about Oh That One, which will finally take place today. And that is a good thing. Looking forward to that. Now, let me see what you are up to this morning and let's see what the comments bring to the table. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Good mornings and good afternoons. Thank you so very much for those. Oh, that's right. Thank you very much, Eric, for that reminder. Today is Construction Worker Day in Mexico. So, you know, if you have a construction worker in your life, give him a hug. And if he's sexy, well, make sure you take good care of him. Um, I would. Anyhow, let's see. Oh, Betsy, we're gonna have fun today during Oh That One. It's gonna be lovely. Pum pum. Oh, Maria's coming to Oh That One. That'll be a lot of fun. It'll be great to see you. Let's see what else we have. Boom, 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 boom. Muffin says, Buenos dias. Soon to brave the Labor Day crowds at Costco to bring in a haul for my weekend guests at Villalola. Costco, like Buddhism, it's a way of life. You know, I haven't been to Costco for a while, but I need to go get some red wine. Note to self, go to Costco, get some wine. Let's see what else. That person is just silly. Why would you do that? Oh my goodness, Laura. You know, there are silly, and by calling him silly, you are being way too kind. We all do stupid things when we travel abroad. At one point or another, you know, it's inevitable. I did stupid things when I traveled to the United States for the first times, and it is what it is. You know, hopefully somebody took pity on the guy and said, dude, you know, you may not want to wear that, and if the guy got ugly, then that's his fate. But it is what it is. Ooh, Kathy's coming back to Puerto Vallarta later on this May for 2 weeks to be a flight angel for a Per Project kitten. How fun is that? Let's see. When I use my VPN and the internet thinks I'm located in the US, Google Maps gives Gulf of America. Otherwise, it reads Gulf of Mexico. Conclusion, only in the collective in the collective demented minds of the United States is it Gulf of America, everyone else respecting history. Well, again, I'm not saying people are or I'm not saying people aren't, and I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. Actually, I am disagreeing. All I'm saying is don't wear the fucking t-shirt in Mexico. That is the stupid part. That is the collective demented decision in my book. For your own sake. Oh, John, sign me up. John could use a good looking construction worker. I could use one for every day of the weekend. And that means I'm feeling better. That's all it means. Let's see. We have secured our condo for November to end of April. Already excited about returning. You know, we should all have something to look forward to in terms of traveling or going places. And I get I get excited about going places whenever I can. Harold says, thinking construction worker day is May 4th. You know, you may be right, Harold. You may be wrong, but thank you for thinking differently. I think that's a wonderful quality, especially these days. And I don't remember when construction worker day is actually, but you know, I would hug a nice looking construction worker any day of the year. So go hug one today and go hug one on the 4th. And this, my friends, is what I bring to aha! Oh, Karen says, out looking for a construction worker now. Find one for me, please. Find one for me. This is what we have for today. I'm having a lot of fun doing the big beauty makeover for the website. I know that you're not finding the show notes. Some people write, somebody wrote me the other day and said, where are the show notes anymore? Um, I'm fixing it up. I'm getting there. And little by little, through the rest of this week, we're going to continue to transform our website into something wonderful. I hope. Don't go looking yet if you can help it, but I'll let you know when to go take a look. Thank you for joining me. I'll see some of you this afternoon and some of you tomorrow morning. Have a great day.